Hello everyone, my name is Clouse, and I wanted to speak to you very briefly concerning today's headlines. We've heard for months now about COVID-19, and by this time we likely fall into one of two camps. There are those of us who are tired of hearing about COVID and are ready to move on with their lives, and there are those of us who, out of respect for the impacts that it has on some of our population, have chosen to take a more conservative approach and conscientious approach to try to prevent infecting those who may be more susceptible to this illness. I believe both camps have valid arguments, and honestly, I probably fall somewhere in the middle between those two sides. Pandemics are not something new to mankind. The concept is new to me. I've not lived through something like this, but as God's creation, mankind has survived multiple outbreaks throughout documented history. There have been at least 4 different flu pandemics that since the late 1800s, including the 1918 to 1920 flu pandemic that infected roughly a third of the world's population. Killed between 20 and 50 million people, it's estimated. There's been cholera outbreaks that's resulted in 800,000 more deaths in the early 1900s. And then there's been the more dire-sounding bubonic plague, Black Death, the plague of Justinian. These plagues have resulted in hundreds of millions of deaths. Mankind survived those dark days, and will survive this as well. Some of us may be experiencing fear today, and that's completely natural. But what does the Bible tell us about fear? It actually tells us plenty. Although not always used in the same context as like a fear of a disease or fear of a circumstance, the word fear is listed 795 times in the New Testament alone. The Bible illustrates 2 clear paths that fear could take us down. One leads us further from God, and one draws us nearer to God. I'm reminded of Luke 8:37. This is where Jesus had cast out demons from a man that was possessed, and these demons entered a herd of pigs and subsequently ran down a steep cliff and drowned in a lake. Once the townspeople had discovered what had taken place, they wanted to come see for themselves. Once they discovered what had actually happened, the Bible tells us that they were overcome with fear and asked Jesus to leave them. So what did Jesus do? He got in a boat and left. So what does the Bible tell us to do when we're faced with our own fears? Well, Psalms 56:3 tells us, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you." Our Savior fed 5,000 men until they were satisfied, with 12 baskets of leftovers, made from only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. He gave sight to the blind, he made the lame to walk, he raised the dead to life. This Savior offers peace to me and you. Jesus offers these words as recorded in John 14:27. "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not be afraid." If there is anything that we can do for you during this trying time, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at First Baptist Church. God bless each of you.